sorry. No! Come back here! I swear I'll kill you if you hurt Alice! Do you hear me? Come back here!
Acting!
He had Alice.
Well, it seems the hunter has become the hunted.
Thought it held some magical power,
It also
but
seems
had
that
no
the
means
hunted
to
has
do it.
become the hunted.
Had to get back to Barry and
Really,
figure
just
out
everyone's
what
being hunted in this situation.
Yeah, no one is safe.
Especially not Alan Wake.
Is the game that we're playing.
That's right. Well, welcome back to Let's Play Alan Wake.
Yes, welcome back to Let's Watch C. Jacobs play Alan Wake.
That's very self-aware of you, Skippy Granola. Maybe I'll write a novel about playing this Let's Play.
Maybe we're already in a novel.
Maybe we're already in a novel, Skippy Granola said, with not a hint of irony in his voice.
How did you know I was thinking without irony?
I gotta say, I'm also pretty glad that there's no minigame for walking across logs. Alan just balances himself.
Aw, man. See, I was really hoping that this game had some, like, Tomb Raider / Uncharted style parkour.
Traps. I really want to get caught in one.
Oh, if
Those
only.
teeth look nasty.
Careful,
Great.
you don't want to end up like Max the dog.
Or Max Payne, who, as we all know, also gets caught in bear traps very frequently.
God, all the time. Max Payne is an idiot.
Max Payne dodges through the air, right into a bear trap.
Head first.
Yeah, I don't think I actually get caught by any bear traps in this footage, but the animation is very funny.
Oh.
Because, like, you'd think that getting your foot caught in a bear trap would more than mildly inconvenience you. But Alan Wake, he just kind of looks like there's a long line at the supermarket, and he has to stand and wait around with his items. He's like, I've got milk in here, and it's getting warm.
Oh, come on, I have ice cream. He looks like he stepped in a poopy.
As he's, like, fucking prying a snapped-shut bear trap off his ankle. He's
Like,
just
he doesn't-
mildly disgruntled.
He does it with the same aspect, the same mien as somebody scraping a turd off of his shoe with a stick. God, jeez, these are Birkenstocks.
Oh, I bet Alan Wake does wear Birkenstocks. That fucking dick. I bet he wears socks in Birkenstocks.
Yeah, it's because the first time he wore it without socks, he stepped in a poopy.
Of course. He learned
like-
from that mistake. When the real mistake was wearing Birkenstocks.
That's right, he's a New Yorker, so they're probably like, I don't know, what's a fashionable shoe? He seems like the kind of guy, the kind of middle-aged man who wears Chuck Taylors.
You know what? I bet he probably does. He's got some, like, fucking, like, slick, like, suede shoes on right now. Like, Alan Wake and his wife were about to go dancing in the cabin.
I'm from New York, you know.
We were going to enjoy a nice formal dance, and then she got kidnapped. Oh well. I brought the shoes, I might as well wear them.
No sense looking like one of these slobs here in the Pacific Northwest.
These fucking townies.
Oh, gosh, I hate townies.
Them and their lack of fashion sense. This is just a big old tourist trap, this Bright Falls.
Ah, get away, creepy man.
No, it's fine, they can't climb inclines.
Oh, thank goodness the darkness gives them weak ankles.
It's like shooting dark creatures from another plane of existence in a barrel. It's exactly like that.
Yeah, pretty much 100%.
I was actually quoting Alan Wake there.
Oh,
He wrote that.
see, I wouldn't have believed it because that's actually a way better simile than usual.
Whoa, that was close.
Ah, clutch. Points for style.
Whew. Alan Wake was just almost mildly inconvenienced by another axe to the shoulder.
I am getting really tired of axes. Not getting tired of coffee, though.
He's not getting tired of coffee because of the coffee.
That's right.
Hey,
Oh, hello.
hey! We have picked up a new weapon. It is the hunting rifle. It is extremely powerful, and when you have one, really the enemy should fear you. But they don't. They really should
They
know better.
certainly should, man. Whoa, look at that thing.
I
What is
know,
that?
That guy got owned.
That's a walnut stock with a pistol grip. Oh, that is a cherry piece of hunting equipment.
It made no sense.
Yes, I, as a man who knows a lot about guns and firearms, agree with that statement, Skippy Granola.
I made the entire thing up.
There's just a plane here. 'Cause why not?
Because Uncharted did it. Except it was in Untersee booten.
That's fine. The airplane came from upriver.
Oh, yeah, of course.
Yeah.
It was a biblical flood that carried this plane. Oh, physics!
This is Remedy being like, I mean, we made the physics engine. We might as well put in some puddles. We might as well put in some puzzles that utilize it.
Yeah.
Because, I mean, why not?
Wait, was it a puzzle? What
I
did
mean,
you accomplish?
I mean, sorta. We tipped the airplane. This, it's funny. I actually dick around with this a lot longer than I probably should have. What you're supposed to do is you're supposed to tip the plane so that you can stand on the wing and so you can, run up to get a nice fun cache of supplies.
Oh.
But I was actually drunk on spiked coffee when I was recording this Let's Play.
I can't believe someone spiked your coffee.
I know, who would do such a thing?
Canadian rum runners.
I'm really having trouble with this. I'm really struggling with the most simple puzzle in the world. It's like, I know that I need to get up there, but Alan Wake's tiny baby legs won't carry him up there.
His hands are full, so he can't grab on.
Exactly.
Poor little guy.
Come on, Alan, get up there, man. He really should have worn Air Jordans instead of the suede shoes.
I think he probably should have just worn a looser pant.
Oh, man.
He looks like a little fat baby crammed in that thing.
So then I'm like, okay, well, maybe I can, maybe I can lawyer my way up there. But then it turns out that I already solved it. And I was just fucking around for no reason.
Well, like you said, Remedy went to the trouble of making this physics puzzle.
That's right. I might as well thoroughly examine it from every angle.
Unfortunately, the teeter-totter only works one way.
It's... Okay, so... They went to a lot of trouble to land that airplane perfectly on those rocks. Might as well make it a tourist attraction.
Yeah, absolutely. The Bright Falls teeter plane.
Exactly. It's like on Nickelodeon Guts. If you can get to the cache of supplies faster than C. Jacobs, you get to try out the aggro crag.
Whoa!
Alan wouldn't make it past the first stage of the aggro crag. He'd be like, oh, what am I supposed to climb this? You expect me, famous author Alan Wake, to climb this piece of rock? How
With
dare
my hands?
My hands touched the smooth rock surface. Imitation rock. I knew it. I knew they couldn't have built this set on top of a real mountain. Although, I would say that Alan Wake probably could beat 12-year-olds to the top of the aggro crag. Probably.
Do you think so? Because I don't think I could.
Well, given the jumping experience we just went through, I would say that maybe not. Maybe he needs to practice his strength training.
I really think that the dude could just go for a brisk walk after dinner once in a while.
Well, that's the thing, right? That's what he's doing right now. He's getting his exercise. And I'm proud of him.
He's working off all that rich diner food.
That's exactly, yeah.
I don't think hunting your own food can save money.
Yeah, because thinking about it, you still have to, spend money on the supplies for hunting.
Right.
I mean, unless you're like a fucking badass and you're gonna go hunting with a sharp stick.
Make your own bow and arrow or something. But
Hell yeah.
even then, like, between hunting licenses and transport and taking time off work to do it and, you know, don't hunt to save money. Hunt because it's fun and you love venison.
Right, exactly. I am a fan of venison. Are you a fan of venison, Skippy Granola?
Oh man, I would, you know what? Honestly, I would sell you to Nigerian slavers right now.
You would sell me out to the dark presence for some venison.
Seriously, I would throw you into Cauldron Lake for some venison sausage right now.
Good hustle.
Yeah,
Alan.
no, that was... Wait, you didn't even get a badass collapse.
I know. I wish he had fallen into the water, like, and then like you had to do a swimming minigame to climb back out. It doesn't kill you, it just adds speed.
This game needs more mini games.
I want there to be a minigame for reading the papers. Like, you have to tap E, like, in tandem with a bar to, like, make Alan, like, not make typos.
Oh man, I don't wanna plug my own shit too much, but I did a stream of a game called Manual Samuel about a guy who is given one more day of life in exchange for having to live the entire day doing everything manually, like
Oh my
breathing
God.
and blinking and stuff.
It sounds like a pain in the ass, but that does sound like a very interesting game.
It's like Octodad written by Norwegians.
13 years after I'd gotten my revenge, it had finally caught up with me. It had been a long time to bear the pain. My blood painted the snow red. A gruesome slushy dissolved all the scattered painkillers and leisurely dripped down to the sewer, mingling with the bile of the city, becoming one with it. I can see them now, my wife and my baby.
But he's a man with nothing to lose except his life.
Even outside of his own games, Max Payne just can't fucking catch a break.
Nah, but I mean, he's just the right guy in the wrong place at the wrong time.
The right guy in the wrong universe. That was good. You almost got it. You almost nailed the whole quote.
So close.
Watch my Let's Play of Max Payne 3.
Super good, actually.
I don't mean to advertise myself a little too much, to quote my dear friend Skippy Granola, but watch all my Let's Plays.
Yeah, just do it. lparchive.org/cjacobs.
Yup, that's me.
Well, now that that's out of the way. I'd like to see Max Payne and Alan Wake in a rom-com. Not the guy from Quantum Break, fuck that guy. That's a boring game. But I'd like to see them in a rom-com where...
I want to see 2.5 Men, but with Alan Wake, Barry, and Max Payne.
Oh, I think it's a little charitable to call Alan Wake half a man.
I mean, he did let his wife get kidnapped and everything. Oh. I wonder what Alice is doing right now. Just like fucking twiddling her thumbs like, I'm sure Alan's probably not gonna come save me.
Probably crying silently until she passes out and then she wakes up and then starts crying again.
Fucking wow, Skippy. Way to bring down the room, man.
Sorry folks. Wow, I tell you, talk about a lack of social skills.
She's probably just miserable and crying hysterically. Honka honka, woo 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 woo, yuck yuck.
See? I don't see what was such a downer about that.
Oh no, definitely not.
He had the happy clown honks.
Oh.
I'm just saying I'd be crying a lot if I was kidnapped.
You know what? To be fair, I would be crying if I were in any part of this situation.
The woods at night.
You're right. Even in the real world, if I were in the woods at night, I would be sad. I would just be, oh, what circumstances have led me to this situation?
I'd be bawling my eyes out if I drank 6 liters of coffee.
I would too, but it would probably be because of the pain in my bladder.
Still counts.
You know what? Crying for any reason is still crying. Sometimes I cry for no reason.
Yep.
Comedy. This is a comedy show.
Yeah.
We gotta make jokes, Skippy.
Oh, man, okay. So,
We gotta bring the mood back up.
alright. Why did the Alan Wake cross the road?
I don't know, Skippy, why?
Oh, because there was a thermos of coffee on the other side.
Oh!
Yeah-da-da-da-da-da.
But you know what's even better than coffee thermoses? Fuck. You know what's even better than thermocoffices?
No.
Chainsaws.
Hang on, new threat mascot, Thermy the Thermos.
Yeah, draw me fan art of Thermy the Thermos. Holding a chainsaw.
Oh, hey guys! I'm Thermy! My ass is everywhere!
Oh no, Lottie! What are you doing here?
Oh no!
I think I might drown myself.
I've opened the floodgates.
So hey, now we have met the final, well, technically final, the final stage of Taken Evolution. It's fat guys with chainsaws. You know, it's funny. You'd think that being sawed in half with a chainsaw would hurt you a little bit more than it hurts Alan Wake, but you can take 2 before you die, so.
You know, maybe this isn't Alan's health, it's his fashion sense.
Oh, like as his clothes get more torn up, like the tweed starts to fray at the ends.
Yeah, no, totally. And it's like, so a chainsaw really messes up your jacket, so, you know, it takes a lot of quote-unquote health. And falling off a high ledge?
He blocks the leather, he blocks it with his leather pads. That's what he does.
I thought that's what they were for.
Yeah, they're for blocking mortal wounds.
Right.
Barry?
Ow! The porch is covered with birds. They've got old Hitchcock on me.
Stay out of sight. I'm on my way. Don't open the door.
What am I, crazy?
Stay hidden. I'll be there soon. Just make sure you keep the lights on.
Oh no, if only they had a Capcom thing where they could put him in the King Arthur armor and then when he gets hit, he goes down to his underpants.
That would be
And then
pretty
he'd be
awesome.
Alan Wake in his hurt boxes running around like, I look ridiculous.
I look ridiculous, but I feel fantastic. You know what, I really wish that this game had funny, goofy unlockables, but it doesn't. And that makes me so sad.
You just wish this was Dead Rising, but with...
Yeah, okay, yeah. Like, I wish that the collectibles got you something, but they don't. And it makes me so sad.
100 thermoses of coffee lets you dress up as Thermy the Thermos.
If only. Famous writer.
I love TV!
A story is not a machine that does what you tell it. A story is a beast with a life of its own. You can create it, shape it, but as the story grows, it starts wanting things of its own. Change one thing and you set off a chain reaction of events that spreads through the whole thing. The characters have to be true to themselves. The events need to follow a logic that fits the story. A single flaw and the magic is gone. The story dies. Alice dies.
He's not giving a TED talk, he's giving a TEDx talk. Like the TED talk that nobody really watches.
The TED Talks that your, like, alien conspiracy believer uncle would hold.
Agent Nightingale didn't want to be in Bright Falls. These little communities revolted him, and he didn't like the trees or the coffee. He now knew that impossible horrors lurked behind the storefronts and smiles. He desperately wanted to turn the car around and just drive until he passed out or ran out of road and booze. But he had a job to do. He had a rider to catch, at any cost.
I love how Alan has phrased himself in that as like a super cool fugitive. He had a writer to catch.
Yeah, okay there, Richard Kimball.
Me, badass kung fu writer Alan Wake, with my huge wang.
Special Forces author Alan Wake.
Alice complimented me on my moves, and I said, heh, that's just what guys like me are good at. And then I smoked a cigar, like a real cool guy.
I smoked 2 cigars. Oh, hey, car.
Yup, we're driving now. I smoked 2 cigars, one for my mouth and one for my asshole. So, this game has driving in it. And I feel this is as good a time as any to tell you, the viewer, that Alan Wake was intended originally to be an open-world game. Which I think
remember
is
this.
odd. I find that very interesting. That Alan Wake was originally designed like it. Imagine the game like it is now, but there's like the whole town of Bright Falls is open for you to drive around in and stuff, and like you can drive around different parts of the woods. You can run over hitchhikers just like in Alan's dream at the start. I think that would have been really interesting.
I don't know, man. I remember from the literature, this is all coming back to me now, that the idea was you would run around trying to solve the mystery in Bright Falls during the day, but then at night you'd have to like, it would basically have been Deadly Premonition, but without the sweary 65 like goo goo gaga fuckery.
You know what? Thinking about it, you're right. Like, their original idea for Alan Wake was pretty much Deadly Premonition. And then it, like, evolved into, like, a more story-based kind of thing.
Which
That's really
I'm
interesting.
completely fine with, because otherwise it would have been just another shitty zombie sim, you know? Like, we better hole up at night, because they're coming for you.
You know, I would have liked to see the open-world game, but I do agree with you that I think Alan Wake is better off as, like, a narrative kind of game.
Say what you will about the narrative.
The quality of the narrative aside, I think it's better as a narrative game.
I don't know. I honestly, I don't think that the narrative is terrible.
No,
what
I
it,
like this
what it
game's
reads to me
story.
is like, it reads to me like a fairy tale.
See, that's the thing, right? Is like in the commentary so far, we've been shitting on the game, but I do like the game. I really like one thing I like about the story of Alan Wake is that it tries things that most video games wouldn't ever, like, most video games would be too scared to try. Like, most video games wouldn't straight up tell you what's going to happen later on in the game. Like,
Right. They wouldn't put you in control of an unlikable mealy-mouthed protagonist who you want to slap.
well, there's that too, I guess. But also, like, it's stuff like presenting it like a TV show with, like, previously on, like, blurbs and everything like that, you know? Most video games wouldn't do that because they're afraid of the player getting bored, oh no. But this game does it with style, and I really appreciate that.
Yeah, this good game. Good game.
Yes.
Bad
This is-
character.
This is a good video game, and I fucking hate Alan Wake.
What a tosser.
What a prick.
So I see you got the rocket launcher.
That's right. That's right. We certainly did. And now that we have our rocket launcher, I'm going to be making pretty liberal use of it because the chapter's almost over. You know, they only give it to you at the end. It's like the special prize in the Cracker Jacks box.
Enough horseplay, Wake. You deliver the manuscript, and you can have your woman back. Simple as that.
I don't... Listen. I'm gonna need time to finish it. I still need to write the ending. I need a week.
It's not done.
I need a week.
2 days. The old Bright Falls coal mine is nearby. You can find it easy, city boy. The main building, there at noon. You bring the manuscript, you'll get your wife. If not, well, get me.
Yes.
If not,
yes,
well,
I get you.
I'll still give you your wife back. You know, we talked about this. I'm really not a bad guy.
Yeah, I mean, she's actually super nice. You should take her someplace tropical. She'd like that.
I tried to have coffee with your wife, but for some reason she didn't want it. She said she was sick of coffee.
Yeah, I get it. Darkness does cover the truth. That's a solid metaphor.
Wow. Okay, so the writing of this game that I just said was really good. It's maybe a little bit on the nose.
Well, I mean, you know, if you take it as just like the character who wrote that writing it, yeah, I think it's excusable.
Oh, sure. It's just that this game really toes the line between being self-aware and, like, being a bit smarmy about being self-aware.
Yeah, totally. It's like, okay, I get it. You know, you're doing a 1980s horror novel. Okay.
Sure. Very, very fine line. At the start of the game, we laughed about Alan opening the narration with a quote from Stephen King. But you gotta remember that a real-life human being did write that and said, hey, that's good that Alan Wake said that.
Oh,
Like,
man.
it's-
When I was a young buck, aspiring to become a writer of fiction,
Okay.
all my writer buddies in our wanky little echo chamber used to talk about, you know, writing books, and I'm all like, what about E.M. Forster's The Art of the Novel? And they're like, what about Stephen King's On Writing? And then I'm like, what about me hanging up?
Oh, Stephen King, you are so aggressively mediocre.
I don't know, man. Like, so, you know, Stephen King's got some good advice, right? Because he's a success.
Oh, sure.
It's
knows
just
the
not
world
the
of
fucking.
writing.
Yeah, it's not the gospel is the thing. So,
Sure.
For thinking you were having a psychotic episode.
as Stephen King once said, "Thanks for watching."
I sent Barry to the town to ask around about a man fitting the kidnapper's description. He'd go through the archives of local paper. Perhaps he could learn something. Anything about the island and the cabin that had disappeared. The man wanted a manuscript. I had to try to write him one to get Alice back. For me, the supernatural had always been nothing but a metaphor for the human psyche, a tool to use in writing fiction. Now, it was happening for real, and I couldn't put a single word on paper.
Barry Wheeler speaking.
This is Rose.
Rose?
I found Mr. Wake's pages.
Oh, you sweet, brilliant girl.
Could you and Mr. Wake come get them? I live in the trailer park outside the town.
We'll be there in less than an hour.
Bye now.
See you soon.
Have a great day. Hope you come back soon. Welcome to the Oh Dear
Diner.
Good girl.
I mean, this here's pretty stylish.
Oh, absolutely. It's like you said earlier on in this recording session. This game definitely does know it knows its style, and it knows how to work with the aesthetic it gave itself. I think this game's visual design is great. It's got like a weird mixture of realism and not realism. But they pull it off really well.
Yeah, nothing really feels out of place.
Oh yeah.
Stupid sometimes, but you know,
occasionally.
Organically stupid.
So that's it for episode 2 of Alan Wake. What did you think, Skippy?
I can't wait to see where we're going next.
I am excited because like episode 1 starts off fairly slow. It's a very slow roll, but then episode 2 just gets right into it. It's like, hey, you know how this originally appeared to be a fun story with a little bit of self-awareness mixed in? Now everything's fucked. Now the kidnapper has self-awareness about being in a story, sorta? It's like, actually Alice was kidnapped by the kidnapper, but so that the kidnapper could use Alan's writing to get fat loot? I don't know.
Or, yeah, I mean, there's so much going on here. I can't wait to see where the story takes us.
There is a lot of mystique. And, like, I don't know why you and I are playing coy about it, because we both play the game.
I'm just saying. I hope they send us back to the fucking woods.
We're egging the audience on is what we're doing.
Yeah, feel free to speculate, and I'll tell you if you're wrong.
I will yell at you in all caps and bold letters if you're wrong.
That's right, because it's the only way you'll learn, not to open your mouth without thinking about what you're saying. I will shoot you with a flare gun.
Oh my god.
Right in the pepper pot, mister. I'm sorry, I shouldn't have threatened you viewers.
No, that's fine. They deserve it, I'm sure.
Yeah, they better smarten up.
So, I'll see you next time on episode 3 of Alan Wake. I think it's called Ransom? I think that's the name of episode 3?
Yeah, I think so. Sure.
Sure.
There will be a ransom.
If not, then I'm wrong, and I'll yell at myself in bold and all caps.
Yeah, it's the only way you'll learn.
Man, I really like this game. Alan Wake is a damn good video game.
It's damn good, like a thermos of coffee.
But yeah, I was gonna say, like a fine cup of coffee in a Twin Peaks reference.
Yeah, that's right. Would you like to say goodnight to the log?
Good night, log.
Ah, good night, C. Jacobs.
Please, Thermy the log.
Thermy the log, my favorite mascot.
Oh, Christ.
See you next time, folks.
Adios, friends!